Of course.
There you go. Gary lent it to us.
I've got my car.
Oh, don't be so boring.
Can you manage a pillion?
Oh, stop being such a girly, come on.
I'm not being a girly, I'm just asking.
Where's your rucksack?
Did I need one?
Well, what are you going to do for lunch?
Well, I thought maybe we could stop at a pub for dinner and that.
All right. Okay.
I'll treat you, if you'll let me.
Taking your life in your hands there, aren't you, Sean?
Run along, Sonny.
Be icy on the tops. Treacherous, that is. Be careful.
Get lost.
Are you getting on or what?
All right, Ashley.
Des said it'd be icy on the tops.
Best that Des stays at home then, isn't it?
Have a nice day.
Where do you want me to put my hands?
To go at 2:30.
Go where?
Oh, so take the girlfriend 10-pin bowling, yeah.
No chance.
Oh, it's not till 2:30. I'm not picking her up till 3.
Look, we won't be finished this lot by 2:30.
Well, I'm going anyway.
You're not.
I am.
Just seen that Ashley with a Walkman. Just like the one I lent Becky.
Yeah?
You don't think she's
What?
giving it to him?
No. No. She knows you've only lent it to her. Besides, she'd never give away something that she knew had some sentimental value to you.
Well, she didn't know that then, though, did she, when I lent it? I only told her that afterwards. As far as she's concerned, it's just some old Walkman knocking about that no one used.
I just thought. She was rattling on about it being Ashley's birthday the other day.
Yeah?
Although, I can't see her giving him something that she'd think of as second-hand. She'd think that we're dead now.
Well, anyway, she reckons it's in a locker at school. We'll see if she manages to bring it home tomorrow, eh?
Alfred never lent us that sort of money.
Well, you never know, he might. He might approve. Must have made his pile out of that corner shop. Or if he wouldn't lend it us, he might fancy coming in as a sleeping partner.
I shouldn't think he's got that much to chuck around. And what he has got, he'll take care of. Because it'll be the interest on that that keeps me mam in shopping and holidays.
All right, just a thought.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll sound them out when they get back from Portugal, but I shouldn't think it'll do much good.
No. You know, I'm going to say something to Alma when I see you.
Martin, don't.
Oh, Martin, don't what?
Look, they need a lump sum and they need it now.
Oh, come on, love. Don't defend her. This is nasty. She knows full well what she's doing to us.
Yes, which is why she wouldn't do it lightly.
Just some twisted way of getting back at your Stephen, this. It is.
Yes, well, I can see why it's tempting to think that.
Well, I just hope they go under. I hope they lose everything they've got and everything they've ever had.
He's out.
Eh?
You've missed him, Ashley.
Who said out about Ashley?
Oh, sorry. I just assumed you were sat there waiting for a quick gulp.
She is. Shut up.
I saw him trotting off down that way about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, thanks for the information.
He had a Walkman.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Looked a bit like the one I lent you the other day.
Yeah?
In fact, come to think of it, it looked a lot like it. I think it was the same sort.
Oh,
It isn't, is it?
I don't know.
I mean, you're sure the one I lent you is definitely in your locker at school?
Of course she is. Only she'd be daft enough to leave something like that in a locker. It'll have been nipped by tomorrow morning. It won't. They're dead hard to break into.
Well, don't sit there too long. You'll both get piles.
Piles of what? What are you going to do? Wait till Ashley comes back. Yeah, then. Tell him the truth. Ask for it back. Let's just hope he's not gone somewhere to flog it.
Well, it certainly blows the cobwebs away.
Don't you like walking?
Yeah. I've not had this much fun since my middle 20s.
Why, what were you doing in your middle 20s?
Having my wisdom teeth pulled.
You lied, didn't you? About being a keen walker.
My God, is that the time? I thought there was a pub down there.
It's only 11:45.
Yeah, dinner time. Come on. I'm spitting feathers and my belly thinks my throat's been cut.
Hang on.
What?
Well, we're only halfway through. If we stop now, we'll regret it, I'm telling you.
I won't.
You will. It's murder walking on a belly full of beer. I suggest that we press on. There's another pub in a couple of miles or so. If we stop then, we'll have done the biggest bit. It's all psychological. The rest will seem easy.
Well, why don't we have one here and then press on?
Because that'll make it worse. Here, have some water. That'll keep you going.
Water?
You've no stamina, you, have you? No self-discipline. There's two things that I most admire in people. It's stamina and self-discipline.
Right. Pass us the water.
Do you want another drink?
No, I won't, thank you. I've several more properties to look at today.
But you are interested?
Oh, yes, as I say. But it will have to be with vacant possession. It's no use to us as it is with your present tenants. We're purely in the business of accommodating students.
Yeah, will you leave that to me, eh?
OK. Well, here's my card. You get back to me when you're in a position to get things moving, and we'll see if we can't make you an offer.
I will, thank you.
Mrs. Baldwin?
Bye. Why can't we sell it to somebody who'd take it on as a going concern?
I would if someone jumped in quick and made me an offer.
I mean, all those people being chucked out. Roy, Bill, Deirdre.
Yeah, I know it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is.
But do we need to sell it? I mean, if the cafe went, do we really need to sell Crimea Street?
Yes, we do. Look, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this any more than you do, but it wasn't planned. This isn't how things were supposed to be.
Not much fun being unpopular, is it?
I better check their contracts. See how quick we can get rid of them.
You're making a big mistake, you know, selling that calf.
No, Martin.
And you'll regret it.
Yeah, I don't want to sell it.
No? Well, do yourself a favour, will you? And do me one while you're at it. Because you know perfectly well we can't afford to buy you out. It's us you're selling down the river, you know, as well as yourselves.
You know, I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
Go to a bank, borrow it, make us an offer.
Mike, we can't borrow it on top of the mortgage, and you know that.
Well, banks aren't the only places lending money, are they?
Huh?
You got a rich relative?
What, I have?
Well, Gail has.
Mike.
Look, Alf can't afford to lend us that kind of cash, can he?
I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about that Canadian two-faced slimehead. It's obviously all his fault, isn't it? If he hadn't messed me about, this would have happened, would it? Well, hey, would it?
Got some very bad news.
I want to sit down. I want a pint and a sit down. That's all I want. Then you can give me as much bad news as you like and I shan't care.
That's the bad news. They're shut. Sorry. It's only 2:15. You'd think they'd stop open on a Sunday, wouldn't you?
So come on, tell me, because I'm dying to know. What's the flipping fabulous about walking?
You insisted on coming.
No, come on, just out of interest.
Well, I don't know. The tingle you get in your thighs. The way the blood starts pumping through your veins. Just getting away from everything. Things you have to worry about. Day in, day out. All the things you haven't done. All the things you have done.
What sort of things have you got to worry about?
Have some chocolate.
Bit of a mystery, aren't you?
Am I?
Well, you don't like to let on much about yourself, do you?
No, well, some people say too much about themselves, don't they? Regret it afterwards.
Where were you born?
St Mary's.
All right, where did you grow up then?
Hale.
Hale. Bit posh, isn't it?
Some of it.
I grew up in Leicester, Medoc. My dad had a toy shop. Huh. They're retired now.
Oh, right.
What's your dad do?
He's a dentist.
Dentist? Blimey. Does he know you're working down a back street pub in Weatherfield?
No. No, he doesn't. Thinks I'm still at university. Doesn't know I'm married either.
Stephen can't afford to lend us that kind
Of course he couldn't.
Still, he must be on a good salary.
Well, whether he is or whether he's not, it's not an issue, is it?
No, I wouldn't dare ask him.
Of course you wouldn't.
I don't feel I know him that well. Not that well.
No, it's just Mike talking out of his backside again.
I'd feel cheeky.
Of course you would.
Still, he could only say no, couldn't he?
Hope I'm not going to regret telling you this.
Why should you?
Well, I usually end up regretting telling people things about myself.
Well, if you don't want to say it, I'm not bothered.
No, I want to talk. I'm just saying, I hope I don't regret it, that's all.
So, you're married and your mum and dad don't even know?
I was at college, I was reading electronics.
Where?
Manchester, UMist. It's what they'd always wanted, you see. It's what they'd always pushed me towards. And then I met this fella. He had nothing to do with university. He just worked behind a bar in one of the pubs near where I lived. And I suppose I thought I loved him.
You suppose?
Yeah. Anyway, I dropped out and we got married.
Just like that?
More or less, yeah. And then I left him.
Why?
It was wrong.
Why?
It's just a reason to drop out.
Was he violent?
No. It wasn't anything. Just an excuse to leave. I didn't realise it at the time. But it didn't take me long.
How long?
2 days.
2? When was this?
About 6, 7 months ago. Same time as I started working at the Rovers. I moved out of this place we were living in together. Only he was a bit upset, you know. Obviously, because he liked me and he thought I just used him. Which I suppose I had. And then he just wouldn't leave me alone, you know. So when I did get the chance to move into Curly's, I didn't tell anyone where I was going. As far as he's concerned, I've disappeared off the face of the planet.
What about your mum and dad?
Them as well.
Why?
I don't know, I'd have to explain everything, wouldn't I?
Would you not get on with them?
They're all right.
Well, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
No, why should you? I just made a big mess of everything, that's all. Except,
What?
I don't know. Since I've been working in the Rovers, and particularly since I moved into number 7, I don't think I've ever been any happier. In a lot of ways, I've got no one expecting things from me all the time. I've got no responsibilities. Got just as much money as I need. Nice enough house. Except I could do without Curly in it. And the people are friendly enough. I just want to start again, Sean. Do you know, from scratch. I think that's what I've been trying to do.
Well, I'm glad you ended up down our neck of the woods anyway.
Right, I'm off. Shake hands.
No chance.
Come on, we agreed we'd finish every day shaking hands.
Yeah, well, I haven't finished, have I? And it won't be finished till gone 9 if you go swanning off now. Look, I've been telling you all day I'm going at 2:30. Look, this is as much your responsibility as it is mine.
Well, you shouldn't take so much on, should you? There are only so many hours in a day.
Yeah, well, you should be grateful we've got work coming in.
It's Sunday.
You got short memory, haven't you?
I'm on a few hours off, right?
Don't you remember what this place used to be like when Don Brennan had
Look,
it?
if you want to drive yourself into the ground, fine, but don't expect me to, all right? Look, I'll be in first thing tomorrow morning, bright and early, like I always am.
I'm sorry.
It don't matter.
Well, I never realised it had sentimental value to him. When he said I could use it, well, I assumed he meant I could have it, so...
Don't worry about it.
I feel awful.
Right, I'll have to go now because I'm watching telly.
Well, can I offer you this one as a replacement? I mean, it's brand new.
No, sir.
Well, that were easy, wasn't it? I didn't really want it, did I?
Of course he did. He was just being helpful. He knew you were in a fix.
I didn't.
She gives herself away every time she opens her mouth. It's all Ashley did this and Ashley said that, Ashley's doing the other. We have bets, me and Des, every mealtime, just to see how long she can go before she mentions him.
Well, I'm going to have to tell Maxine. She'll have a field day with that.
Why?
Well, Ashley's got a fixation with her.
Are you joking?
Nope. Keeps coming in to get his hair done, and if he carries on like this, he's not going to have any hair left.
Oh, blimey, well, I better not tell Becky. She'll be beside herself. Aw, poor kid.
We're closed.
I know you are.
You come to give me a hand?
I can do.
Where's Lauren?
She's gone home.
Right, well, you can rip down those papers off the notice board for me if you want.
I've got your Walkman.
What did you do? Break into school?
No, it wasn't in school.
Oh, well, anyway.
I lied.
How do you mean?
I had given it to Ashley. But that was before you said it meant something to you. That's when you said I could do what I wanted with it, whatever you said.
Well, it's back now. That's the main thing. Did Ashley mind?
No. No.
You didn't go giving him that new one I give you, did you?
No. Of course not. Are you all right?
Never felt better.
Oh, yeah.
No, you feel kind of good about yourself when you just walk 10 miles, don't you?
Yeah. Well, thanks for your company. I enjoyed it.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Right then.
Would you like to come for a drink?
No.
Or a meal? It was my treat since we didn't manage lunch.
Would you be really offended if I didn't? I'd just feel like having a bath and curling up in front of the telly.
Whatever.
There'll be other times, won't there?
Yeah. Yeah. Of course not.
Right. You won't go telling everyone about what I told you about me, will you?
No, of course not.
Thanks. See ya.
See ya.
Gee. Actually, I've discovered a very sweet side to our Samantha. I'm glad she's living there, because if I was there on my own, I think I'd go crackers.
Well, yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Curly. I've told you I like Samantha. I think she's quite nice.
Hello.
Evening.
Can I have a word?
Is that the time already? I think I'd better be getting home. I hope you don't think I'm being rude.
Very strange. Very bitter.
Do you want a drink?
Tonic water. So how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
He's moving with that bimbo, has he? Well, I hope she knows what she's letting herself in for.
In for? What?
Nothing. Look, I've come to see if you want to move back into our house.
I'm sorry.
Purely from a practical point of view, if that's what you want, just as friends. I know it can't be much fun living with your dad, so...
No, thanks.
Look, Andy, I feel bad about the way things ended. I know it's not ideal living with your parents at your age. In fact, some people might think it's a bit odd. So I'm willing...
You're willing to let me pay half the mortgage for you so you don't have to go looking for another lodger? Well, I've told you. Thanks, but no thanks.
Look, just think about it.
I don't have to think about it.
Right, well, I shall stop feeling so guilty about it then.
Okay. Yes, mate.
You, what's up with you? You've been on and off that blasted toilet like a flipping yo-yo.
We're just checking.
Checking what?
Mind your own.
Checking what?
I've skipped a period.
You've not. You've not?
You do, don't you? You know, when you're feeling a bit under the weather. It don't mean that...
Do you feel pregnant?
I don't know.
Well, have you got heartburn? Or do you feel sick? Will you put some salt?
What we wondered was, and if it's not an option, I want you to say so, but, well, what we wondered was, well, actually, it was me more than Martin. Oh, I feel embarrassed now.
What for? Talk to me.
Well, what we want is to buy the cafe. Only we can't afford it. I mean, if we lose it, I don't know how we're going to manage, really. Except we'd have to. But anyway, what we hoped was that, well, if we could buy Alma out, it'd be a dream come true, really.
I see.
Do you?
Sure. Sure, and if I hadn't come along and upset the apple cart with Mike, you wouldn't be in this position in the first place.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I'd have never said that.
Well, all tucked up.
All asleep?
Well, no, I wouldn't say that. We've got their heads down, but sleep's another matter, especially when you're here.
They get excited.
They have this effect.
Oh, yeah. You're something else, you are. As far as they're concerned, you're in the same league as, I don't know, Walt Disney and Father Christmas.
Well, that's something. The thing is, Gail...
I was just telling Stephen about the cafe.
About the cafe?
What we were talking about earlier.
Basically, you'd like me to lend you some money.
No.
Only if you can.
Gail!
I mean, I don't like asking.
The thing is...
The thing is, you can't. OK, hey, listen,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
not the full amount. I mean, it doesn't have to be the
Gail!
full amount. Well, I mean, we could get a bit from the bank, and I think, and Alfred lend us a bit of something.
No, he wouldn't. And who's this we, all of a sudden?
All right, me. I did. All right.
I would like to help, and I wish
Yeah,
I could.
but you can't, Stephen. Like I said before, it's fine.
But I've spent the last 2 or 3 weeks basically going around sacking people, and it's frightening. I mean, it shows you just how dispensable people are to an organization like K-Back. You know, they're in deep water, and they're ruthless. And when I finish laying people off, you know, maybe my name's next on the list. You know, I wish I could help. I wish it for my sake as much as yours, but I may not be in any position to.